Donna Long, and I am the executive director of the Grace Foundation. But I am most importantly a parent of a daughter with autism.
There are problems finding permanent homes for people with disabilities. What are their options?
Unfortunately, there are very few options. One option is self-direction, which not everyone is interested in doing. And basically, there is very few. Priorities are placed by the state, but they are not being fulfilled. So we are in a very sad state when it comes to residential development for our children.
Oh, is there anything you would like to add?
I'd just like to add that this is our annual breakfast sponsored by the Staten Island Developmental Disabilities Council.
Everybody, this is Steve Filoramo with Lifestyles Media, and I'm here with Barbara Devati. How are you today, Barbara?
I'm fine, thank you.
Are there problems finding permanent homes for people not so much like me, but like your son?
Right now, unfortunately, there aren't many options for people that need residential services. The state has, I guess it's a moratorium. We hope it's not a permanent stop, but there's no money in the budget to develop 24/7 opportunities. There are a few apartments available, but people have to be very independent to live in them. And the state has come up with a priority system that kind of precludes everybody from having a home in their community at this point.
With all the changes in services, will life be the same?
Unfortunately, life is not the same anymore for a lot of people. So hopefully we will get through this and come out better on the other side, but it is going to be different. Things will be different. So we're just going to keep working to make sure that they're as good.
Is there anything you would like to add?
No, I would just like to thank you for interviewing. I'd like to thank Lifestyles for being here, because what you do at Lifestyles is one of the things that we like to encourage other people to do, and we wish the state could see how capable and how what everybody could do.
Okay.
Regardless.
Thank you for your time.
Enjoy your day.
You too.
Hello and welcome. Please tell us who you are and what brings you here today.
Okay, my name is Joan Dix. I'm the guardian of Florence Pechtold, who belongs to Lifestyles. And what brings me here today is because I want to tell my story, and I want the politicians to help us to get more help for people with disabilities. I just want people to know how wonderful people from Lifestyles and all these organizations are who are doing their best to help all these wonderful people.
What brings you here today?
Well, today I'm going to be speaking about my son Joseph Tripodi, who has multiple disabilities and needs a place to live. He's going to be 22 years old, and right now the state doesn't have facilities or the plans for residences for children like him or young adults like him. So I want to bring awareness that we do need more residential opportunities for individuals that have a lot of disabilities and need 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week care.
Okay, with people like your son, how would it be best served for his needs and problems in the future?
Well, what needs to be done is better planning to recognize that there are a lot of individuals like my son that need a lot of help, that need a lot of supports, and if the state and the legislators understood that there is a need for supports for our individuals, then maybe they'd be better served.
How would some of these services be best suited or maybe even not suited for your son?
Well, for my son, what would be best suited is if they were to allocate funds to develop residential opportunities. And not just for my son, but for other individuals like him to have an opportunity to live an independent life, to have an opportunity to be part of the community, and to know that they are welcome in their community.
Please tell us who you are and what brings you here today.
Well, I'm the parent of two autistic boys, Richard and Stephen Leary, who happen to attend Lifestyles for the Disabled program. And while I'm very happy with the program that they attend, as we all know, further services are required for young people like Richard and Stephen all across our state.
Right. there are problems finding permanent homes for people with disabilities, right? What are their options?
Well, as it stands right now, the options, as we all know, are extremely limited. The state budget doesn't really seem to address the growing need that's required for the younger people that are just growing older each and every day. And it is a serious issue that can no longer be kicked down the road. It has to be addressed immediately.
And that means they have to try to get the government to change their minds.
Certainly, we have to get the government to act on our behalf of our children, definitely.
Right. So they can make sure they have the money, the budget, and everything that they need for the people that have disabilities.
Definitely. There seems to be plenty of money in the budget for a lot of other issues that I myself don't see as critically important, but this is nothing short of the actual life and continuation of a quality life for children like my two boys, unfortunately, long after I'm gone, because eventually I'm going to pass on, and I'm concerned on their housing after I'm gone.
Please tell me why you're here today.
Well, Steve, I'm here today because this is the annual legislative breakfast that, as an assembly member, I've been here for the last 13 years to hear the needs and the concerns of the folks in the disabled community, and hopefully that I can bring that back to Albany and help folks here on Staten Island.
What is the biggest hindrance for people with disabilities as far as housing or other opportunities?
Well, it's we need more housing for people with disabilities, particularly here on Staten Island. The issue always seems to come down to the funding, the money in the budget in Albany, and that's why we in the Assembly will fight to make sure that we have money to have adequate housing.
With some of the service changes in the current budget, how would this affect people like me? I'm eventually getting my own apartment.
Right. Well, we want to help folks like you because we want to make sure that you're able to live in the community and have a great lifestyle. And what we're trying to do is, in this budget, the governor's budget, there are things that we disagree with, that now the budget process will go forward, and we will air our grievances with him and hopefully come up with a better solution.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just want to say Lifestyles is a great organization, and I'm proud to be a part of this today and to be with you here today, and you do great work at Lifestyles.
Thank you, Mr. Cusick.
Thank you,
for your
sir.
time.
Thank you.